Oh, you're most welcome to my YouTube channel. I want to thank you for subscribing and sharing our channel and staying online for purposes of continuity in our learning. I want to thank you for being consistent and thank you again, members who have followed my lessons right from the start to this topic. This is topic 3, secure lab environment. Okay, so I'm going to take you through the secure laboratory environment, having looked at a laboratory. Okay, now in this subtopic, we are going to identify areas of laboratory security. We want to look at how is your lab prepared in case you have set up a computer laboratory. So we are going to look at the physical security, which is very important. How is how are the computers going to be safe? How are they going to be monitored? We are also going to look at the electric power security. Then we shall also cover the security cameras, which is another security measure. We shall look at the first aid boxes, the fire extinguishers, okay, and then the air conditioning. Okay, so we will also cover the safe use of the computer laboratory. Expect to look at the laboratory rules and regulations. Okay, and here we need first of all understand a computer laboratory. This is a room specifically designed and prepared to provide a safe and conducive environment for using computer systems. I hope we are together. It's a room specifically or specially designed and prepared to provide a conducive environment for our computer systems. So you can imagine this room that we are in today is supposed to be safe. How do we make all those computers to be how they help us? Okay, so inside my lab here I have very many computers which my students use. Maybe I can take you to the factors factors to consider when setting up a computer laboratory. Like you've just seen this laboratory here, what are some of the factors one should actually consider to set it up the way you're seeing it here? You can see they are properly aligned. Okay, you can see power is there. Okay, the power source. Okay, you can see that someone can actually move through the lines very well. Okay, you can see the windows. Okay, now we need to look at these factors. Now, for security of computers and programs and other resources from 50, okay, some of the factors. Well, first of all, you need to look at stability of power. Okay, stability, reliability of the power source. That's why you can see I'm from showing you power, the sockets. Okay, that reliability. Are you sure you have power in that area? The number of computers also to be installed and the available floor space. You can see in my lab here, okay, the computers that I'm going to set. Before you set up yours, you need to know, okay, how am I going to align them? This room, as we are setting it up, can it take up 20 computers or less? Okay. Then the maximum number of users that the computer battery can accommodate. The same story. You can see, you can even count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you move back here, you also count the number of users. So before you set it up, you're supposed to also know the maximum number, so that you don't have a lot of congestion in the lab. Then also the safety of the users, especially I talked about the back problems, the eye strains, emissions, okay, all these ones. That's why you have the other chairs where you can sit upright. Okay. Then also we have the temperature ranges. That's why I was showing you the ventilation or the windows. Okay. Also amount of dust in the environment. In the case it's an environment that has a lot of dust, you need to prepare for it. Okay. Of course, you need to look at the protection against the lightning and the fire outbreaks. Okay. Before you set up your lab. Now, we want to look at the areas of the laboratory security. In organizations, maybe libraries or schools that run public computer labs, these ones face a variety of complex computer security challenges. These institutions take measures to ensure the safety of equipment, okay, software, data, and then the users themselves. Now, when we look at this physical security, first of all, in my laboratory that I was showing you, you've seen the burglar proofing. That is to avoid, that is just to avoid access, unauthorized access to the computer lab. Okay. The other physical security also that you must take note of is the fitting strong locks, even strong doors, windows, even the roofing should be very good. Okay, and strong security should be good around the computer rooms to avoid thefts. Members, this is very important. And if you expect your lab to be secure when you don't have burglar proofs, you are in danger. Okay. Next here, that we need to see, you can see an example of the burglar proofs. Now, how will a student be able to pass here? You can see the burglar proofs. Even the space, amount of space that you are leaving here should be space where the computer cannot pass. I know that the mouse can pass here, even the keyboard can also pass here, but at least you have limited the thefts. Okay, someone cannot really be able to take the computer. Then also you can see, like we have the padlocks here, the locks, strong locks. Don't just buy any locks. That today people are becoming too creative, okay, and therefore can end up taking even your locks. You can see still here, employ security guards to keep watch over data and information centers. Okay, apply burglar proof for the computer laboratory by reinforcing weak access points. What are these weak access points? The windows, okay, the doors, roofing with metal grills and strong padlocks. Okay, you can even set up alarms to alert you in case of break-ins. Okay, so you can see that cameras are here and they're on standby. Okay, someone should be here to watch and monitor what we are picking from the cameras. Okay, let's continue. Use system locks. Use system locks and locked key systems to make it difficult to access internal components like hard disks and memory. Are we together? So I know still people can pick property, okay, from the lab, but make it difficult for them to access it. Okay, then also use cables to lock the equipment to desk or cabinet. Tie them, tighten. If it is, this one is my my mouse, tie it with this other cable. Okay, so that no one will be able to take away this mouse from this computer. Okay, we have the cable ties, we will be looking at them. Then also electronic locking mechanism with keys, swipe cards, fingerprint recognition. These cameras, I've already talked about them. Okay, so at the end of this lesson, you will know that you need cameras in an area. So security cameras act as a deterrent to theft and other crimes in computer labs and data centers. Okay, CCTV, this one in full is closed circuit television. Okay, now these are surveillance cameras. They are used to record video which can be viewed in monitoring rooms. They play back in case of any investigations. Okay, so why do we have them there? You have a camera to help you get the playback video at any time that you need it. Okay, I've talked about, there are other examples of burglar proofs. You can see really, if you don't have the padlock, okay, that is very strong, please put it. You can see the burglar proofs in there, very difficult for one to access. This is just an example. So these ones provide protection against any forced physical entry into the computer lab. Whether you try with a lot of force, the burglar proofing, okay, this, because it involves fitting metal grills in the windows, you cannot just let and pick anything. Are we together? We can see that consider installing security alarms, especially in strategic access points that would alert the security personnel in case of any break-in. Okay, fit strong metallic grills. This is for emphasis, members. Okay, if you have not been having them, it's a challenge. Please, better you do that very fast. Now, when we look at electric power security, place no more than 2 computers on each circuit. Okay, do safe, well insulated cabling. Keep the circuits for computer systems separate from all the other equipment such as the printers, the photocopiers, okay, and maybe the coffee makers. You put them aside, don't attach them to the one for the computer systems. Now, plug each computer into a surge protector or the UPS. A UPS in full is the uninterruptible power supply, okay, unit. So this power unit, it is there to regulate the amount of power that is both entering and coming out. So you need it. So every computer should be attached. So that means you'll be making your computers to be very safe. These are some of them, some examples. You can see this, the UPS, okay. These ones regulate the power, okay, and make also power to be stable power supply, protect computers from being damaged and data loss, stabilizing power, maintaining the power that is required. Altogether, that is the use of these UPS that you are seeing. You may be having a different type, but you can see what they do. So UPS, as I've said, it is uninterruptible power supply unit. Computers need the time to shut down properly, okay. Damage to devices and data can occur when there is a sudden power loss or fluctuation. The reason as to why you need this UPS, because it will actually store power that will enable you to shut down your computer properly. So a UPS is essentially a small battery that keeps the power supply for long enough, okay. What we mean by long enough so that you are able to shut down when there is sudden blackout, okay. Then also I was talking about the cable insulation. All power cables must be properly insulated and laid away from the pathways, okay. You can see this example. When you don't lay them very well along the walls, they should be laid in the trunks along the wall, okay. This prevents electric shock, that is one. Also power disconnections, which may be caused by the stumbling on the cables, okay. Now, always install the lightning conductors to the computer laboratory, okay. This one will protect the machines and the users of the computers, okay. You can see it moves to the ground, then to the roof, along the wall, okay. Now this lightning, when you install the lightning conductors to the computer laboratory, it will protect the machines and the users of these computers, okay. This is also to minimize electrical noise or interferences in a computer environment. Electrical noise refers to any externally radiated signals that cause undesirable additions to the current voltage. Altogether, that is the electrical noise. Now, you can see an example here. The electrical noise is commonly generated by devices like the motors, the batteries, chargers, inverters, the radio, televisions, and the phones here. Okay, and so the next thing that we're talking about is the first aid kits. Okay, first aid kits are very necessary in the lab. A first aid kit is a box or a bag that contains the necessary items for providing care against in case of any emergency, okay, in the computer lab, such as electric shocks. This toolkit is very important. So the toolkits are also necessary for keeping ICT repair and maintenance tools, okay. So inside here we basically have for medication for first aid. We can even have these equipments. Bandages are there, okay, we keep them in here. It's very necessary for you to have. Now this is the fire extinguisher. Now fire extinguishers are critical components of saving property, even lives, in case of fire outbreak. Now owning a fire extinguisher is a form of ensuring safety. So all computers need, all computer labs or rooms need it just in case a fire starts. When in the city, you need to have it. It can save our property from burning because the use of the device will help protect it from spreading, okay. Actually, it will stop the flame in no time. So it is very necessary to have it in your computer lab, even other laboratories, okay. So have these gaseous fire extinguishers, like those filled with carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide will stop that fire. Water-based or powder extinguishers should be avoided because they can cause damage to the computer components, okay. So the water, because we don't need water in the lab, so those ones should be avoided. Now we're talking about the ventilation, heating and air conditioning. This is very important, okay. Air conditioning units monitor, okay, the temperature and air distribution in the computer room. So when you have these units, you are assured that the humidity, the air saturation inside the lab will be maintained. That's why when I was showing you my lab, I hope you saw these devices. You must have them to make sure that your lab is safe. If you cannot afford these ones, you can buy even the other local fans. They'll help you a big and great deal. Now, have good air circulation in the computer room, since users and computers emit heat and energy. This is possible through having enough ventilation points like the windows, okay, installing these air conditioning systems. Also avoid overcrowding of machines, putting them together. Even the users, avoid that. So all the above prevents suffocation and overheating, which is also one way of managing safety in the computer lab. So avoid direct sunlight and high temperature. These damage the hardware components. Ventilation should be very good. Good aeration enables computers to cool, hence avoids overheating. Damp control. Humidity must be regulated in the computer labs to remain at an optimum 50% maybe, okay? Low humidity may cause static electricity to build and damage sensitive components, the computers. So I want to thank you for following this tutorial about safety. In our next tutorial, we'll be looking at dust control. Okay, but I want to thank you for being on the channel. Continue sharing the links to friends that need such information. May God bless you.